Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Sid Meier's Civilization 6 in our 8 Ages of Rome series. So, for those of you who saw the subscriber alert that I put out, which is probably most of you watching this series live as opposed to watching it in the backlog, hopefully we'll be able to get through this episode again. I'm giving this another shot, but I'm not going to keep trying with 8 Ages of Rome. Frankly, having to stop a series twice on account of crashing bugs, I think it's mostly tied to 8 Ages of Pace, to be completely honest. It's a great mod, but I've found other combinations of mods that kind of do the job better, so after this series is done, I might move on to other things and see if maybe 8 Ages of Pace makes progress in the future, because I think the creator that made the mod, Lord Aulius, is a great guy, and hopefully, you know, the mod will continue to improve and stabilize so that less crashes happen to this series and others. But anyway, let's see what we need to do here in Cilium. One of our main focuses right now at this point in the series, now that we are at peace for the moment, is that I think Germany... Let's take a break from what we're looking at in Cilium just to go over to religion real quick. Germany is currently... No, actually, let's look at it one other way. World rankings, religion victory. There we go. So, Spain has 2 of the 8 civilizations in the game following their religion predominantly. Unfortunately, Germany has 5 out of 8. And, you know, I mentioned in the last episode, but I'll reiterate, one thing that I misread, or maybe it was I don't know how I got this impression. I really don't. But when the game was coming out and religious victory was being described before release and at release, I thought you had to conquer every city with a given religion, the same way you kind of have to conquer every city, or every capital at least, with a domination victory. But it turns out you just have to make your religion the predominant religion in every civ in the game. It doesn't have to be the only religion in each civ. You don't have to like wipe out every other religion, from the face of the map. And it turns out, as a result of that, Germany's actually doing pretty well. So we're gonna have to start an inquisition here, especially because Rome is 1 turn away from finishing their holy site, in order to make sure that that doesn't happen. But meantime, I guess we can go ahead and build another builder. We do need to... We've got an amenities issue in Cilium, so as much as we can do to just improve the terrain around there. And what was this settler going to do? Where were you going? We can put them down there, I guess. Or we can put them over here so that India doesn't get any other funny ideas. I mean, this would be a really crappy city location, but knowing India, they would settle it. Yeah, let's... See, this is in the tundra, so this is just as crappy. I don't even see any fish off the shores here. So there's oil and there's sheep, but I don't know what kind of food production a city on this tundra would have. We could put it way over here and go ahead and start colonizing in this direction, which would make sense. We'd be on top of cattle, we'd be near some mountains, and there are some farmable regions nearby. How many turns would that take? Actually, not that long. They could just go through the water. You know what? Do it. Let's put a city there. Let's just start expanding into this peninsula before India gets any funny ideas and someone else starts taking that territory from us. Okay, we've got a builder here. Let's hop over here. Following, just in general, we're trying to improve Ostia and get it building as rapidly as possible, so this is a viable city because, well, we need all of our cities to be viable. We need to catch up. All right, trader here in Rome. What do you need? You need... I don't want to trade with India because I'll probably be at war with them soon. Just trade with Mbanza Congo. I mean, plus 12 gold. Food. I mean, plus 1 to every yield. And then plus 12 gold. Just do that. Let's go to the next turn and see how this goes. I've really got my fingers crossed that we don't have another crash here. But we'll see how it goes. I don't want to talk about it too much, but oh, what's happened here? The tech boost to flight has been stolen. That actually happened... in the original. It makes sense, obviously. If they're 1 turn away from a tech boost, then it's likely they'd steal the same boost.
I think the human race made a big mistake at the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. We leaped for the mechanical things. People need the use of their hands to feel creative.
Somebody told me that I had interrupted Sean Bean in a recent episode. I know. It's a grievous offense. He and I are starting to develop kind of a contentious relationship because I'll be in the middle of saying something important and then Sean Bean will jump in. And you can't... Sorry. One does not simply... There we go. One does not simply interrupt Sean Bean. And so he'll pop in and I have to shut up and hold my thought for a solid 5, 10, 15, maybe even 20 seconds. And so who knows? I might be interrupting Sean B. more in the future. Blasphemy. I know. Let's... Yeah, let's go for military science. These would be faster, but we need to keep moving down this side of the tree. What was I saying before Sean Bean interrupted me? It was something related to... I have no idea. We'll figure it out later. All right, let's go ahead and get a shrine here. And then I think I can purchase a temple as well. Oh, that's what it was. This happened in the previous episode. This enemy spy stealing this tech boost. Ah, my... Ah, yes, I remember now. I was curious for a moment because I noticed that my tooltips were popping up immediately again, but that's because they added this to the options. There's no more tooltip delay, so they give you the option to have stuff pop up immediately. Tell you what, let's add a 0.2 second delay. So it's not quite so immediate. There we go. That's nice. Because you can point to and it's immediately there, but it's not just popping up no matter what you're hovering over. I like that better. Okay. So anyway, we can go for a production, or a meeting house rather, in Rome, which will be done in 2 turns. So let's go ahead and do that. It's just going to take 2 turns. And now because we have those units, we can go ahead and go for apostles. And also let's go for a missionary as well, so we can start converting some of these cities. The apostle can start the requisite inquisition, which is very, very important. Well, let's go ahead and build a barracks here so we get some extra housing in Puteoli, because it looks like they need it. You come down here. We've got so much tea, it's ridiculous, but we'll keep building frickin' tea. Actually, if I can purchase... hang on. I'm going to have over 200, close to 300 gold. I'm going to have 280 gold at the beginning of the next turn. I should be able to buy some tiles outside of Ostia. Yeah. Alright, tell you what. Let's go ahead and buy that tile first. And then next turn I'm going to come back and buy another one. Alright, this apostle is ready to go. What can you do? Plus 20 religious strength and theological combat. Well, you, sir, are about to start an Inquisition, so I doubt that's going to be useful to me. Let's go ahead and launch the Inquisition. I'm tempted to evangelize belief with the Apostle, but we need Inquisitors right now. That's the most important thing that we're going for, so I'm going to focus on that. So they're done. Can I buy another? Oh, yeah, we have our missionary now. So tell you what, you come down here and start spreading the faith once again to Puteoli. We need to get to Ravenna as well. But yes, we can buy an Inquisitor. Can we buy another one? Yes, we can. Excellent. 2 Inquisitors are now in the field, and we're going to eliminate the presence of Catholicism, which is Germany's religion, from many of our central cities, and return them to the rightful control of Latin paganism. All right, so now, Zukobar, what do you need? Not building any military-related stuff right now. Zukobar is okay on amenities. They're okay on... Why don't we do a theater square? Make sure we stay caught up. Yeah, let's do that. We'll build it right here. Make sure we stay caught up on civics. Because, again, I started playing this game when I was a less experienced Civ 6 player. And one thing I've learned in playing this game, and especially in playing Polish Winter, is you really do, because there's a civics tree in addition to a tech tree, you have to kind of break that Civilization 5 habit of just wanting to focus on technology and kind of letting culture do its thing. I mean, I'm not saying that you had to do that. Culture is something that I would work for a lot in Civilization 5 and still do. But you have to really treat culture exactly like you treat tech. Anything you do in Civ 6 to improve your tech, you have to make sure you're mirroring it to some extent by building the theater district, etc., in other cities in order to make sure that things continue going according to your plan. All right, this next turn I need to buy another tile because I really want to make sure India gets blocked off here. Actually, if I look at the settlement map, that might make it to where I can take complete control of this coastline. Let's pull that up. Settler. Maybe not. I need to purchase those 2 tiles if I'm going to make it happen. Could I do it? Nope, too far away. That's what I thought. Well, in that case, there's not much point in me spending any more of my money on that. Let's go ahead and just take those. Yeah, Puteoli needs more housing. I know, I'm working on it. That's why you got barracks coming. Chill out. All right, so you come here. Remove heresy. Boom. You go to Ravenna. Remove heresy. Boom. All right. Now, they still have 2 more spreads, which is insane. Inquisitors are just incredibly strong. So Latin paganism now has 7 followers here, and Ravenna now has, or Latin paganism, excuse me, has 6 followers in Ravenna. We're going to change that right now by spreading religion. So how many followers are there now? Let's pull up the religion map, shall we? Okay, just 7. But still, now it's going to take a lot more effort to convert those cities back away from Latin paganism. And just as a reminder, since it's been so long since we founded it, let's have a look, over here rather, at what we're getting from Latin paganism. We need to use apostles to get some more beliefs. I've been totally remiss in this, but any city that has Latin paganism can purchase campus and theater square district buildings with faith, and we can build meeting houses, which give production and faith as well. So it's a really faith-centric faith. Okay, Rome needs... You need a factory. We just finished researching factories a moment ago, I think. Great Zimbabwe would be good too, though. +1 trade route capacity. Trade routes from the city get +2 gold for every bonus resource from the city's territory. Man. I think we're doing okay on money, though. I remember people during Polish Winter really wanted me to build Great Zimbabwe. All right, tell you what, let's go for the factory. All right, Cilium now needs... So their builder finished, so there's really not a lot else that I can build here, because we've purchased pretty much everything. I mean, I could start building the Bolshoi Theater, but I really feel like Germany's going to beat me to that. So why don't I go ahead and go for a settler, I guess. I mean, Cilium is a big enough city. They can stand to lose 1 pop as we build a settler. Let's repair the amphitheater in London so we can improve our culture production. Now this builder, where can you go? Why don't you come up here and improve that woods tile. So now we have a lumber mill for extra production. Moving to turn 194, almost in the 1900s. And we're also approaching the point where it crashed before. So, fingers crossed. I think what I might do, even if what you're watching right now leads to a crash, I'm just going to start recording again on the title screen or something and just have a quick outro for the series so that this content can serve as the final episode. So, if you're watching this, there may very well be a crash ahead, there may not, we'll see. But I don't want to just, have a hard ending to it. I want to get as much out of it as I can content-wise. Let's go ahead and repair the barracks here. Ooh, Ostia. Okay, lots of choices. Harbor seems like the sensible choice. This is the choice that I made when I was playing the episode previously. Yeah, let's go for that. Okay, Inquisitors need to continue working their magic. Head over to Zukabar and remove heresy. Oh my god, they're so powerful, it's crazy. Tell you what, let's go ahead and remove heresy from Rome. So that becomes an exclusive Latin pagan city. And then we have this missionary. Tell you what, let's use you again. I just want to fully convert Ravenna. Now we have 8 followers in Ravenna. And that was the last from that missionary, I think. That was his third spread. So you come over here, build a mine. Extra production and gold. Yay. Next turn. What was that? All right, I've got a good amount of faith production now, so we'll be able to build those apostles pretty soon. And yeah, we can't quite do it this turn, but yes, next turn I'm gonna get an apostle, and then we'll evangelize belief and get some additional beliefs out of this. Let's go for the... That's right, I remember making this decision too. Let's go for the art museum here in Londinium, because up in Cilium, we already have, as you can see, we already have the archaeological museum. So in one turn, we're going to be able to build the archaeologist. All right, so this Inquisitor now needs to come where? Why don't you come down here? Meanwhile, this one needs to come over to Cilium. Excellent. Latin paganism. definitely taking control again. It's going to start exerting a lot more pressure on neighboring cities. You can already see that it's doing quite well in Tula compared to the other cities. It's doing well in Shadet. It's doing well in Memphis. Yeah, the presence of this really strong core especially is exerting lots of pressure. That's also exerting pressure on Vilnius, which is an Islamic city. That's Spain's religion, which isn't entirely historically inaccurate. It's just a little back to front. Because Spain was, at least in the era of Islam, it was originally Catholic. I guess at the time, would you have called it? Yeah, you would have called it Catholic at the time. The term might not have existed yet, because the Great Schism. Well, the Great Schism had occurred, but the Protestant Reformation hadn't occurred yet. So I don't know. I'm a little fuzzier on like what Catholic Christianity in pre.
Had I been present at the creation, I would have given some useful hints for the better ordering of the universe.
So yeah, for the pre-Islamic Spain. I'm not as familiar with what with like if there was a special name for Christianity. So so now Spain is literally spreading Islam. They're not trying to kick it out, which is funny. Had I been present at the creation? Yes. So zoos, Hermitage, archaeologist. Okay, cool. So now we can see all the antiquity sites. And it looks like we've discovered one in our territory, but there might be others nearby. Change policies. Let's see if we can get some better policies out of this. Because right now we have retainers, we have conscription, feudal contract. We could do wars of religion, because that would definitely help us against some of our neighbors that are fighting other that are following other religions at the moment. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that just in case, because we are so focused on religion right now. We want to make sure that we can hold our own in that regard. Let's go ahead and do that. Civic policy. What's our next one? Scroll all the way down here. We're in the head of the pack. Civil engineering. Sure. That's going to give us a boost towards wonder production if we install that civics policy. So I will never complain about anything that will boost my wonder production. I am a bit of a crack addict when it comes to wonders. So let's see. Sabratha doesn't need... By the way, you might notice I have the music volume up nice and high. That dispute that I mentioned from Polish Winter 3, like weeks ago now, has been resolved. The claim was dropped, so I also have like the full blessing at present to play the crap out of Civilization 6's soundtrack from the composer and kind of indirectly from 2K. So I'm going to play some music because it is amazing music, and I'm very proud to have it in the series as a backdrop. So anyway, yes, the music's a little bit louder. That's because I want to enjoy it. Might even tweak it up a little bit louder if it's too quiet in this episode. But anyway, Sabratha, we could build a holy site. Yeah, let's build a holy site. Let's keep cranking out the religious units. Send envoy. Ooh, was it Stockholm that we were going for suzerain status? Zanzibar would be nice too, because we have some... Or was it you? Your trade routes to foreign cities earn +1 gold for each luxury resource at the destination. Let's go for that. It's going to take a while before we become... Well, no. Not really. Let's actually go for this one, because then we're going to have we're going to get additional gold from our commercial hub districts. 175.32. Okay, didn't change. Unless it changed before I started pointing. Where... Okay, let's go ahead and make a note of that, shall we? Add pin. And this is a dig site. Okay, there's one. Now the question is where are the others? There's another one. It's pretty close. That's close enough for me. I wonder if you can... No, you can't highlight. I was wondering if you could do Control-C, Control-V. Future patch devs, perhaps? Maybe. I'll keep my fingers crossed. There's one. Excellent. Here's Scarborough Fair playing again. I believe this is the industrial theme, which is probably the most beautiful version in the game. I mean, the modern version is very similar to it, so it's good too, but this is just pure and beautiful and amazing and Just listen to it. I'm gonna have to keep talking, but enjoy it. It's great music. It's gonna kick up in just a bit too, and get even better. Any more ruin sites? I mean, there's some in foreign territory. I'd have to send an archaeologist way into Russia to do that. Okay. Well, I will leave it at that. Let's go to the next turn. Fingers crossed that we don't have a crash here. We'll see how it goes. What was interesting about the crash that happened previously was it was persistent. It would happen at the same moment every single time without fail, and so that's why I had to stop. This could be different. That might have been kind of a intermittent crash. If you don't know why I'm not talking right now, you either were not listening to me a moment ago, or you have not been on my channel long enough. Oh, hey, what do we got here? Interesting offer. Couple of luxury resources, which we currently don't have any copies of. And some niter, and they want stuff that we have plenty of extras of. They want me to give up a little bit more, though. Okay, tell you what, why don't we take away the niter? Okay, see, I don't need the niter, so you'll still give me the luxuries, and you want me to give up your spy. Okay, fine, I'll give you your spy, because those luxury resources would be nice for our amenities issues right now. Let's go ahead and accept the deal. Now we're not having to pay them gold per turn. We're making 201 gold per turn. No! No, Congo. I will never forgive you for the little tangle over what is now Zukabar. You jerk. Okay, Puteoli needs what? Could buy an armory. That would be awesome for production. Be an instant production boost for Puteoli. Yeah, let's do it. I'm making a lot of money right now. I need to take advantage of this gold income situation because it's just obscene how much money I'm making. And then let's go ahead and go for a theater square. Same reasons as before. Ooh, +3 bonus if we go here. It's going to take away one of our food production centers, so maybe, just maybe, that was a rice tile, so I'm going to need to build some farms. I'll build a farm there, definitely, to kind of compensate for the fact that we just took away from Puteoli's growth situation a little bit. Cilium is finished with their settler. Go ahead and build an archaeologist, please. Where else can I do anything? Hattusa? Yeah, you could probably use an encampment, seeing as how we're going to be fighting against Calcutta pretty soon. I could build an encampment right there. Ooh, that would be evil. Let's do it. Let's put an encampment right on their borders. Oh, that's mean. I like it. Okay. Now, this city, I'm gonna actually put a city way the heck over here. I guess the best spot would be right on top of that food. We want to start populating this peninsula before anyone else does. That's a big, I was about to say, that's a large objective of mine right now. That's a big objective. That's kind of important just to make sure we continue to cruise toward victory here. Let's go to the next turn. Okay, our Inquisitor here still has one more charge, which is awesome. I'm going to go ahead and... London is the largest city in the area. I'm going to go ahead and move this Inquisitor down towards London. If we can get London converted to Latin paganism, that can really help for the future. Also, I think we can go ahead and purchase some additional Inquisitors, so let's do that. 95 faith. Can we do it in Zukabar as well? Ah, no, we can't. It costs 105 faith in Zukubar. All right, not quite, but we're going to be able to send them to... Hang on. Sabratha and Sirta and Ostia. So yeah, our religion problems are looking like they're in much better shape. And we've hit the 25-minute mark with no crash. So maybe I was right. We've hit an intermittent crash, perhaps? Fingers crossed. I would love to actually finish. This has been kind of an ill-fated series, and I am looking forward to starting fresh, but we're approaching the end of this series, and I would like to finish what I start. I do what I can to finish the series that I start, so I'm happy.
Beautiful the strategy. You should occasionally look at the results.
See what I'm talking about? He interrupted me. I have gone out of my way not to interrupt him, and he interrupts me all the time. Anyway, yeah, I like to finish the series that I start when I can, and I like the fact that we've been able to get through this episode. So, tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and cut this one here, and in the next one, we are going to focus on continuing to convert these cities. We're going to have our archaeologist investigate some of these dig sites that we've uncovered, and then we might, just might, go to war with India in the coming episodes as well, maybe even the very next one, because Calcutta needs to be burned to the ground. I don't think I'm going to capture that city. I think I'm going to literally destroy it. I might do something different for Trivandrum, but yeah, I don't know. I might change my mind. Maybe there's advantage in taking both cities, but just to send a message to India like, hey, what's yours is mine now because you settled it too close. But in any case, we're going to address that in the next episode or two. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes with a historical or grand strategy vibe air every day at noon Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.